I've been wanting to do vlog style updates for a while, but I don't like talking to myself in the school hallways. It feels like The Shining, you know what I mean? Okay, in April 2022, Gus Mitchell posted about something called the Mural Project, essentially asking artists to contribute to campus change. Well, I want to make them campus dollars, so I got to work immediately. I knew I wanted to do a stylistic riff on a classic school mural, my foundation being representing students and extracurriculars. Because of Sacramento's own rich mural scene, it wasn't hard to source inspiration, but one artist who inspired me completely was Jang Ding on Instagram, a Korean muralist who has very distinctive character lineups that mix an alternative cartoon style with street fashion, and I knew this was the direction I wanted to go in. With this and my absolute lack of mural experience, I was able to make a couple drafts. I faced the enormous wall and I tried many methods of putting my sketch up onto it. But by the beginning of the school year, I had something. Admittedly, morale was low, as I was expecting no help at all.
Well, my job mainly throughout the senior project was to set up the area we were going to work in. That consisted of me moving the benches out of the way and gathering all the paint we needed from Miss P's room. On top of that, I would also paint with the others. And of course, I wasn't the only person setting up the working area and gathering all the paint. Now, a funny and irritating thing about painting at first was sharing a single paint can with multiple people who were using the same paint. Now, it was a little annoying. That was mainly why we gathered trays and plates from the cafeteria to hold paint in. We would also go to potlucks where we would get cups and plates to hold paint and mix paint. On top of that, we would also go to Miss Whitehead's to get paintbrushes. Another thing that I spent most of my time doing was listening to Violet's directions, because she was the one who designed this mural, and I wanted to make sure I was doing what I was intended to be doing on that day.
Get it together, bro!
We would also have long working sessions that to me didn't really feel that long. I don't know if it was because I was painting and interacting with others and listening to music and having fun. And after we cleaned up the brushes and put away paint and moved the benches back, I was always surprised just how fast the work time passed. I guess the senior project allowed me to sort of branch out a bit more and have fun with my peers, and it also helped me learn more about how to paint and work around some issues we had.
Here's my final definitive opinion on the West Campus Senior Project. You know, it's not that bad. And I see why we got to do it. I actually got way more out of it than I ever thought I would. For one, it helped me with my artistic confidence, because one time at Rally Decks, I painted on the main poster, and it was so bad that I vowed never ever to pick up a paintbrush again. And then poses the question, well, why on earth would you do a mural as your senior project? Well, that is all thanks to the few words, "We'll fix it in post." Thank Violet being so understanding. That brings me to my second point. It's alright not to be in charge all the time. Leadership is often seen as a more desirable trait than being a follower. However, sometimes it's best to just leave it up to those with more experience. Sure, I wasn't the brains behind the operation, but I did my job, and I showed up every day that I could. I even sacrificed my favorite shirt for this project. And hardships? Well, let me tell you about my hardships, alright? Alright, we're going to skip this because I lost my part. Okay. Hold on. And there was that one time where I decided to take initiative for once.
Oh, man.
Someone didn't secure it right.
Oh, my God. Somebody!
Oh shit, was that my job?
It's cool, I got you. Alright.
Hey, Cryer, spilled milk.
Yeah. For sure.
Hey, did you tell Roy to just put some paint here, or did you just like throw water on it and hope it all works out?
But the one thing no one can ever say about me and this mural is that I am not committed, because there was a time where, no joke, no exaggeration, no hyperbole, Mr. Brian Laird called me on my own personal phone number.
So what just happened?
Mr. Laird just called me on his own personal cellular device, and he told me to get back to class. So, you know.
So we're down one worker. We've only got how many? Oh, sorry, Taylor. Go ahead. How many days do we have? 57. 57?
I had to tell him that I was working on a mural in the 30s wing. And then I had to do the walk of shame back to class. But I finished up all I had to, and then I went back to class. So there he is. All in all, I gotta say, it was a successful project and it left behind a legacy. All right, a legacy. Next year, when my brother comes to West Campus, every incoming freshman is gonna go, who put that foot on the wall? How'd they even get it up there? And my brother can say with pride, the utmost pride, that was my older brother Derek who did that. That was me.
Although our senior group only consisted of Hugo, Derek, Violet, and I, which are only 4 people, we also received a lot of support from other peers. This help was really useful, and it was not only by other seniors, but also from a lot of underclassmen. And if you view the handprints all over the wall, each of them represent a different student that contributed to this project. Light green being people that mildly worked on it, pink being the people that worked on it a lot, even though they weren't part of the group, and the red representing my group mates and I. We also appreciated help from custodial staff during after hours, and they even let us access their room where we could clean our brushes, and Miss Luca and Miss Tran for opening doors for us as well, and also letting us work extra time. And of course, a special thank you to Miss P for letting us store all our materials inside her classroom. By this point, you may be wondering why there isn't a lot of footage of me, so I'm just here to clear that up. I actually was the one taking most of the pictures, the panoramas, and the videos. And on my final note, I hope this mural serves as an inspiration for future students and encourages them to get back to the school that has watched them grow over the years. And also a huge thanks to Violet for designing the mural and letting us be a part of this project.
I just want to give Anna credit real quick for keeping us so organized throughout the project. She gave us deadlines, suggestions, and she was the lead of our project presentation earlier in the year. So thank you, boo.
You mean the most, baby.
West Campus excels itself not only academically, but also as a community. However, it does not hurt to admit that the campus itself isn't necessarily pretty. Especially when you take into consideration our high school used to be a middle school, which I know a lot of you guys like to complain about. Going into this project, we not only wanted something to add to the beautification of campus, but to also represent it as a community. Through the characters portrayed in this mural, we view at a glance of our peers. To elaborate on that, we view extracurriculars such as volleyball and band, which are really big at West Campus and to the West Campus environment. Academic aspects like lab projects and even a graduation cap representing us seniors moving on to the next chapter of our lives. Some characters are even inspired by real people such as the boy with glasses representing our classmate Jordan and the girl with baggy jeans representing myself.
This project has been such an insane learning opportunity for me. Not only have I now gained mural experience and experience directing a team, but I feel like I understand truly the value of support. It's straight up out of a fairy tale that together we overcame every obstacle, whether it had been sickness, screw-ups, or like terrible weather conditions. It helped me come to terms with my own standards and appreciate the effort we put in rather than seeing that I can only do better. It feels great to be content with my work, and I'm so thankful for the people around me. I hope the mural inspires future West Campus students to be artistic and collaborative, and that they recognize they are in an environment that rewards creativity. Or at the very least, I hope they think it's, cool. Again, thank you so much to anyone who helped me paint this mural. I could never have gotten it done without you. And thank you to Anna, Derek, and Hugo. I'm so glad to have shared this experience, and it was a pleasure working with you guys.
Measuring twice. Oh, I love my mural and my West Campus spirit. Oh my God, I love West Campus and murals and paint and huffing paint and eating primer for breakfast. Yummy.
The chemistry is pretty good.
Yummy, 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 yummy. Oh no, it's built up in my kidneys and I'm gonna explode. The doctor said I got 2 days till I'm dead.
Dance.
You gotta dance.
Oh! Yes!
The ballad of paint.
Ballad of paint.